Question for today. What was the craziest experience I have had so far as a real estate agent? Interesting. First of all, selling real estate is taking part in very, very emotional situations for buyers, sellers, and actually only this week I could give you at least 5 incredible stories that happened to my real estate transactions. Let me give you one. A week before closing, and mind you, we have been under contract with my buyers for the last 5.5 months because the seller didn't want to get the tenants out. She lied to us about tenants vacating the property. Then she didn't want to get the CEO. She was doing anything to actually stall the transaction. So we took care of the CEO, we took care of the tenants, and we are ready to close after 5.5 months. And the seller approaches my buyers a week before closing, telling them she would actually going to give them money, meaning bribe them, if they walk away from the transaction right now because she doesn't really want to sell. I mean, how crazy is this?
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
But today I want to give you another crazy story, which was very, very pleasant and encouraging, even in this business. So let's go back to the year 2020 when the COVID pandemic was in full swing. I had a couple of buyers, a young couple who are looking to get another multifamily investment property. And one day I scheduled the showings for the next day, and they called me and said, listen, we cannot go out with you because we got COVID, we have to stay home, we are not feeling well. But then they said, but we want you to go and check out this one particular home because we really like it. So next day, I went to the home, I put them on a video call through, I don't think, maybe Zoom or Facebook, whatever, and I showed them the home, and they were really interested. They said, okay, let's make an offer. So we made an offer, the offer got accepted, we went through attorney review, and went under contract. They still haven't seen the property yet. So then the next step, as you probably know, is the inspection period. So the inspection time comes, and again, they are still sick. They cannot come and check out the property with the inspector. So they told me, Dagmara, could you please do this on our behalf? We'll be with you via video call, whatever. So I was there doing the inspection with the inspector. My clients were on the on the camera. And we went through inspections. The inspector wrote the inspection report. We negotiated. We got, whatever. So we went through this together. Then the appraisal came. I was there. They weren't there because something different happened. So my clients actually saw this particular home, and mind you, it was not a very cheap single-family home. It was a multiple family property, an investment property. So they saw that house for the first time in their lives at the day of the closing during the final walkthrough. It was just amazing to see their faces look at the property for the first time in real life and actually approving of it, because I was, throughout this transaction, I was kind of worried they would not like it, but actually they loved it. We closed on it. They are still very happy. Tenants are paying money, so everything turned out great. But can you imagine how much trust they put in me to actually guide them through this process from a distance, so to say? But it didn't happen to me once. It actually happened to me twice, but this time with renters. So my clients were looking to rent. We were in the market for a pretty long time, and finally they found a home that they really liked. They couldn't attend the showing, the first showing, the second showing, I think they were away. And actually I showed them the home through the video camera, and they approved. They signed the lease without even seeing the house in person. And they totally relied on my recommendation, because by this time I already knew what they were looking for, what their criteria were. So I knew specifically that this particular home would fit their needs. So we closed on it. I leased that property to them. It was kind of expensive property, big home, and they are still living there. I think it was like 4 years ago. So that's how much they love the house. So when I tell those stories to some other people, sometimes some other clients are like, wow, those clients of yours put lots of trust into you. And that's what happens when you listen to your clients' needs and actually try to guide them through the process, and they see that you are genuine about it. They actually trust you.